Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Saray at Saray Plans, and in this video we are going to be setting up the goals pages and the notes pages for the month of April. Before we go ahead and start looking at April, let's go ahead and take a look at a recap of how March went. So this is my monthly page for March, and I was just messing around with this page, so it kind of got it came out of the hole there. But this is my notes page and my goals page for the month of March. Let's go ahead and start with the notes page. So this page here I use for tasks. I was combining both goals and tasks at the same time, but it just wasn't working out too well. So what I did is I listed all of the tasks by categories like personal, finance, home, and family. And I also sprinkled around our seasonal celebration stickers. So this is a sticker sheet from my Etsy shop where I have some seasonal things that are happening each month. So for like example, I always like to do my manicure. So my March mani, I did that. Of course, I have a new fresh mani for April, so that one's all set. Spring break, spring cleaning, St. Patrick's Day, spring reading, Easter decor, and then spring decor. So a few things. I did start the spring cleaning. I think that that's something that just takes so much longer than just a day or even just like a week. So I put that here because it's not something that I'm going to do on just one day. So it kind of takes over the month. I kind of tackle a few things here and there instead of overwhelming myself with a ton of stuff. Celebrated somewhat St. Patrick's Day. That one kind of came and went for me this year. And the other stuff like spring break, spring decor, we really didn't do any of that stuff. But I still like to have it here in my planner to reflect back. So for next year, I can have some ideas as well. And then I feel like because our home is still not like fully furnished properly, in my opinion, then I don't have a ton of inspiration for doing that, but maybe sometime soon. So I did get some tasks done as well, not everything. So for example, the distash, that was definitely something that I wanted to do this month, but I didn't get to it. But oh well, we move on and there'll be other opportunities for that. As far as the goals, I started off with some goals. I can't even remember what I set off originally, but I ended up changing them. So I broke them down into taking my daily vitamins. It eventually morphed into no soda, to try to quit Diet Pepsi. It's Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi, definitely addicted to that. Exercising 3 times per week, doing piano practice at least 3 times per week, and then reading 20 minutes a day. So as I look at my reflection, I had an opportunity to take a look at how I did, and you can see that I track these habits on the daily when they happen. But as you can see, the biggest win this month was definitely no soda. So I didn't even start at the beginning of the month. It sort of evolved afterwards. And I ended up kicking my Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi habit. Now, I did have a little bit of help with some sparkling water, as well as some maybe healthier soda options that I found at Whole Foods, just to make the transition a little bit easier. But I don't miss Pepsi or Diet Coke at all. So I am really calling that a win. So that's pretty good. And I love seeing like that's all completed for the day. Or for the whole month. The other things was exercising 3 times per week. That was another sort of win. I did average out to 3 times per week over the month. So some weeks that I only did 2, some other weeks that I did 3. So it did average out. Some weeks I did 4. So it did average out to 3 times per week. But I do want to kick it up a notch this month to make sure that it is something a little bit more vigorous than what we've been doing. Definitely things that did not go as well as the daily vitamins. I totally just kind of forgot about it. Piano practice, I've been so busy that I haven't had an opportunity to incorporate that. So definitely want to change that because otherwise I'll forget what I've learned so far. And then reading 20 minutes a day. I think one of the things that I thought about is that maybe instead of phone at night, replace that with a book. And even if I don't read like a ton, I can read at least maybe commit to 10 to 20 pages a night. and that can also help me with my sleep pattern, which I feel like it's so much better when I do read before bed rather than, you know, read on my phone before bed. And by reading on my phone, I mean like scrolling Instagram. So we all know the truth. All right, so that's the recap for March. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into April. And I already have a few things laid out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and move them so that I can have a nice blank slate to work with. Move these out of the way. And also the goals up here. All right, so let's go ahead and plan it out.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. 'Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Ooh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I'll be a shooting star, you make a wish. No, I don't fake this kind of feeling, never felt so real. My heart is on the table 'cause you're my everything.
So I have a monthly kit that matches this one here. And what I did was I grabbed the washi tape from the sampler page just so that I can cover this portion here and just give it a little bit more of a cohesive look. And I'll just go ahead and trim it here a little bit. And I really like the way this one actually ended up looking because it fits right in the box and you can still see some of those dash lines there. So I'll go ahead and place April. Yeah, I think I'll do it here in the middle. Perfect. And I also used the deco page for this kit from the weekly version to just decorate this page a little bit more.
I wanna marry you. 'Cause when you're around, I know it's true. The way you make me feel is so good, baby. So good, so good. Every single day we spend apart, I wanna be with you. Baby, take my hand, hold it tight.
All right, so this page is pretty much set up. I'm gonna go fill it in. And for my goals, I decided to just have one main goal, which is focus on wellness, and then some sub goals that relate to that. So that's what I'm going to set up here. To do so, I'm going to be using the ERIN CONDREN dual tip marker just because I want to use some of the bold portions of this marker to highlight the main focus for this month.
Like you do. Feels so good, so good. When I wake up in the morning and I see your face, I'm becoming blind by your dazzling grace. What a beautiful feeling to be close to you. There's nothing else I wanna do. Ooh, and from the fields of flowers you chose to pick me. You're spreading sugar on my misery, and I don't fake this kind of feeling, never felt so real. My heart is on the table 'cause you're my everything. I do. I wanna marry you. 'Cause when you're around, I know it's true. The way you make me feel is so good, baby. So good, so good. Every single day we spend apart, I wanna be with you. Baby, take my hand, hold it tight just like you do. Feels so good, so good. And I do, I wanna marry you. 'Cause when you're around, I know it's true. The way you make me feel is so good, baby. So good, so good. Every single day was fun.
So For this month's focus is all about wellness. So I am really trying to get back on track. So take my daily vitamins, exercise 3 times per week at a moderate level, track nutrition in my wellness log, and also switch to read before bed. And I have my habits here to track on a daily basis. And my inspiration is this quote: fall in love with taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. And then at the end of the month, I'll come back here to reflect on how I did with my goals, very similarly to what I just did with March. So I did a different layout for this one than I did in March. So this was the layout of these in March. So for April, I went with this setup. And I'll go ahead and add the seasonal activities, etc. later on, just because I don't have the sheet ready to go. But I'll go ahead and add the tasks or reminders for this month.
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are running. Yell and catch me if you can. And I'm wondering if I should chase behind or stop wondering and try to take a stand. Oh, and they keep asking where the hell I'm going, who I'll be for the rest of my life. Well, I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time. I'm dreaming, and my coffee is steaming, getting colder with time. And I'm wondering if maybe all this dreaming is better left to the night. Oh, but lately I've been having trouble sleeping. Well, I just toss and turn all night, and I don't know where time is gonna take me. No, I'm just trying to take my time.
All right, so my April notes and goals pages is all set up. Really love how this one is turning out to be. So I have all my tasks here for the month and all of my goals, and I'll really have to be sure to come back and check these off on a regular basis. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and as always, I'll see you next time.